welcome to Easy Yoga and More. I'm Aditi, and today we are going to discuss two kinds of meditative practices that I really find helpful and that will help you start your meditative journey. So, a lot of people think meditation means to empty the mind, having no thoughts at all. But actually, meditation means to train the mind to redirect its thoughts and to kind of focus. When we do that, it's a way of returning to ourselves, and by doing that we gain more clarity, we become more self-aware, we become more present. It's like tuning out the noise, the thinking, the worries, the distractions, and to invite more balance, peace, and clarity, kind of like quieting the monkey mind that keeps jumping from one thought to another. Now, it's important to understand that, like every other thing in the world, what works for one person might not work for the other. One kind of meditative practice or dhyana might calm someone down, and the same kind could frustrate someone else. And that is why, as a beginner, you should try and explore different meditative styles, different meditative practices to see what works for you, to see what helps you feel more centered and calm and connected. Now, today we're going to discuss only two kinds of meditative practices that, like I said, I have found really helpful, and this is what I've been practicing from the start. So, number one, we have our mindfulness meditation or concentration meditation. This is the one practice that is very close to the dhyana that we talk about when we talk about the 8 limbs of yoga. Now, concentration meditation or mindful meditation, it involves us focusing on a single point of reference. Now, this point of reference could be your breath, could be a point in your body, could be a sensation, could be a sound. So what it does is it heightens our awareness, it improves our focus, it keeps bringing us back to this point of reference. So the moment the mind starts to wander into another thought, into another world, it brings it back to the breath, or it brings it back to the sound that we are trying to focus on. And most importantly, it brings us back to the present moment, because most of these points of references are happening in the present. Our mind kind of learns to reduce, to avoid the distractions, to reduce the external as well as the internal chatter. And with this, we train the mind to become fully present. Now let's briefly understand how we do this. We sit in a comfortable position, we close our eyes. We begin to shift our awareness from all that is outside to what is inside. Let us consider our point of reference as the breath. You begin to simply listen to the sound of your breath, and you begin to notice how you inhale and how you exhale. Now, the moment you notice that your mind has started to wander, probably thinking about something else, the moment you notice that, become aware and bring yourself back to your breath. You may relax now. So this is what we do throughout the practice. The moment you become aware that my mind is wandering, you pull it back, you anchor it back to your point of reference. So this is honestly my favorite kind of meditation, because every few seconds or every few minutes with practice, you are learning to train the mind to come back to the present, to come back to the present. And this you often begin to apply towards all kinds of all aspects of your life. When you're working and when you start drifting away into your mind, you train the mind to come back to the present moment and focus on what you are doing at that moment. Number two is mantra meditation. Now, like the name suggests, mantra meditation involves repetition of a sound or a particular phrase, a mantra, over a certain period of time. Now, what happens here is that the chanting replaces our thinking, since the mind is already trying to focus on the sound or the underlying meaning of that particular mantra. It is already doing one thing and it becomes very difficult for it to be distracted by other thoughts. So I especially love mantras that have a beautiful underlying meaning, or I simply choose to chant Om. Now, some of the mantras that you could use, okay, so even affirmations. With time, people have started to use affirmations as a part of mantra meditation or as a part of chanting, which is perfectly fine too. Now, I'd like to give you a few examples of what I chant. You can pick something from these whenever you wish to, or you can completely introduce yourselves to something that to something that is very, very authentic to you or your state of mind, state of life. The mantra to simply invite peace is Om Shanti Om, or the mantra which means that let me and let everyone around me be happy and healthy and safe, which is Loka Samastha Sukhino Bhavantu. This is another one that I absolutely love chanting, or I simply choose to chant the Omkara. Now we'll quickly do this as well for just 1 to 2 minutes. We'll close the eyes. We'll start today with inviting peace. So we'll choose Om Shanti Om. What I want you to do is when you close your eyes, you begin to take your deep breaths. And the moment you start chanting, try and keep your awareness on the vibrations and on the meaning of whatever it is that is coming out of your mouth. Right? So let's go here. Close your eyes. Om Shanti Om. 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 With time, you can elongate your breath and you can elongate your mantra like this. Om Shanti Om. Now, the elongation of the mantra depends upon the capacity of your breath, and it also depends upon how slow or how fast you want to go. Ideally, I would recommend going slow. So these were the two meditative practices that kind of really helped me and that I practice on a daily basis. Now we also need to understand that, like a lot of things, dhyana or meditation also has evolved into different kinds. But the good thing is that they work towards the same goal. What you can also do is prefer a guided meditation. Now, these two you can always do on your own, but to begin with, you can choose a guru, a teacher, a video, or an audio to guide you through your practice, so it doesn't become overwhelming, or you don't feel too lost. So, with time, you will learn how to practice them on your own. I have a meditative practice that I have previously posted, which I will link right here, and you can practice using that as well. Thank you so much for watching. Keep practicing and like, share, subscribe. Keep coming back here for asana practices, for more such videos, and I'll see you soon. Have a beautiful day.